Now, from a purely robotics engineer's perspective, you might have interest in computer vision, you might not. I really don't know. So you might find this to be very mundane as to why somebody would want to do this. But if you look at this, the robot goes ahead and looks at a certain image. Yeah, and that certain image, we don't really know what that image is. So you're depending on the laser. And then people are talking about, laser fusion and all kinds of tricks and this thing to go ahead and um, get the get the scene, so to say, as to what is happening in the scene. My intention is very simple. I don't want to get into the lidar part of it. The lidar part of it is okay. I want to see how best you can utilize computer vision. And now this one is going ahead and loading, right? So it is running, and what we'll do is we'll launch this, and we'll start looking at the image. And what is happening here, you do not get to see, now what I was trying earlier, you do not get to see the objects being detected, which is fine, doesn't really matter. We'll look at that now. After a while we'll start moving this, and then let's look at that, how the objects are getting detected. That is one. Okay, so this is the live viewport, and this guy has reached some point. I want to stop him here, and I want to get him rotating, and then I want to see what he sees. So there's a whole lot of things that he's seeing, right? So there's a whole lot of uh, there's a whole lot of objects which are there. So is it seeing those objects, and is it also able to detect them? That is the point of it. The laser and lidar and everything, that is fine and not a problem. Okay. Also, um, do we want to maybe go in a certain direction? Sorry, what happened? I did a W, right? What went wrong? W is forward, right? So it is moving forward. It is moving at a certain speed. I wanted to move faster. So yeah, moving faster. And then let's see what happened. We went in the wrong direction. What? Seems we went in the wrong direction. So doesn't matter. Z is not there. X. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. And head off in the right direction. Okay. So it is heading off in the right direction. So, and now we wanted to, again, I wanted to be somewhere here, next to this, so that it'll get more exposure, so to say, to more objects. Now, now I think it is getting more exposure to more objects. This is the best I can do as of now, and I can also move it towards the other side of town, so to say. And let me try that. So now it has stopped. I wanted to turn left and land up somewhere here in this area, right? So head towards that beer can basically, and just hold on. No, but what will it do there? Not much. This place is not bad actually. If you think about it, this place is not bad because it's got a lot of things here. It should be slightly here in the middle, and then it can look that side and look this side and be somewhere here in the middle. Okay, so let's try that. Let's try and move it ahead. Huh? And stop. Okay, and get it rotating. Hmm. I kind of like this position. Okay, so it gets to see a lot of things, and it's at a certain distance from most of the objects. And there are different things. There are goalposts. There are other things which are there. So what we'll do is we'll try and reduce the the angular speeds. The angular speed decreases with the letter G. G. G and H, those are the speed increase and decrease letters. G and J, sorry, for Angular. H is for, okay. So now let's see, is it much better? Kind of much better. But I've been playing this the entire day. My head is spinning now. But I wanted to produce a video which will give us, okay. So now let's see. This one's done, and I'm also stopping the launch. The gazebo itself, I'm stopping. And what is this? This also will stop. This was the video viewfinder, and we'll go and look at the files. Where are the files? This is something else. I'll come to this later. Mm, I go here and data there. Okay, and I want to basically look at the last. What did it do? How come it's got so many of them within the same minute? Okay, so which is fine within the same minute, which is 22:02, right? So I'll, because this is where I kind of reduced the speed, I'll not risk it, and I'll remove the rest of these. There's a whole lot of files it will produce because it's getting very good quality videos. Okay, so it makes extremely good quality videos. And what I'll do is, because I obviously I'll sort that out later, don't want to spend too much time here. And okay, now these many videos I have, huh, of which the last one is just 5.3 MB, and we want these annotated frames over here. So what it'll look like is, so if it's got, say this, it's calling it a cylinder, but that is some part of the bus, and then it suddenly starts calling it the bus, and it's got that 28% confidence, and this has got 39% confidence, saying that this is a ball and this is a bus. And then accordingly, here it is more confident, 31%, that that's a truck. And again, it's a bus. Now there's overlap, a truck and a bus. Right. So again, it says bus. It's almost 58% pretty much confident. And that, what you'll have to realize is, like I showed you earlier, right? That bus is upside down. It's not really, and that's what I wanted to trick it. So all of this kind of works for now. Huh. But let's see. Do these become an, look, beer can? 28% sure it's a beer can. 36%. Huh. So again, there is that is actually a bus, or the top of the backside of a bus. We're saying 28%. I'm pretty much sure it's a box, right? So all of these are there. What I want to do is I want to run a few which will be on those slower videos. Let's see how we can do that. And this is my script to run the YOLO E. And I hope I get now on the, yes, more objects are getting detected. Here you get to see uh, less number of frames are getting skipped and more objects are getting detected, right? And it is saving those, it's saving the frames where objects get detected. If objects are at least two, and then it will go ahead and save those frames. We don't want to save everything, right? So beer cans, uh, confidence level 63%, 44%. It prints all of that data for you. And this is almost in real time. We just saw that happening, right? And it's almost in real time. I'm not running it in real time because you can't really run from there to here and start chasing the uh, this thing. So you can see time now is 22:07, and those came through earlier, just a few minutes back, 21:57. And now after 6 minutes or 7 minutes, here is the next lot. And these, I presume, will be much better. Okay, I am presuming these will be much better. Look at those balls it is detecting, and a beer can that far away. A beer can here. So this is 52% confidence, and that was 30% confidence, but it did detect the beer can. And I've told it exactly that. I've told it it's a beer can, and if you find it, great. And fine. So this rectangle, okay, went and did something crazy, but the bus 29%, 34%. Yeah. So obviously, if it gets an opportunity to move slightly slowly through those, it will detect much more properly. And I haven't trained this model. Nothing has been trained. This is just out of the box inference. Uh, yeah. So that is what it is.